Hello, and welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt, and this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Kaspa, ticker signal KAS. In the video, I'm going to be talking to you about some similar things that I'm seeing in the market yet again with Kaspa that just keep on repeating. I'm going to be talking about what I think is happening with Kaspa, where I think Kaspa is going, and if I think Kaspa right now is a good buying opportunity. So if all of that sounds like it could be for you, then smash that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to join my Discord, it is 100% free to join. If you're not familiar with Discord, have a look below. In essence, I post all of my trades, my thoughts, have a watch list of what coins I'm talking about, and I've got a group of about 217 members, and it's 100% free to join. So if you want to join that below and join 217 other people in a pretty awesome community, then drop down into the description and hopefully I will see you there. Also, I do pretty regular giveaways, and I'm giving away 250 Kaspa on the 1st of Jan. So to enter that, all you need to do is drop a comment down below and join the Discord. Alrighty, cheers legends, let's get into it. Alrighty, so the point of today's video is because I'm seeing some pretty similar market sentiment to when we were here, to when we were here, to when we were here, to when we were here. All of these things flooded with negativity, flooded with people calling Kaspa a scam, as well as me getting messages saying Kaspa is a garbage coin, as well as just generally people who post about Kaspa on Twitter getting a lot of hate. Kaspa getting flooded at these lows is not something that is new. And if you've been in Kaspa for a while, you should be fairly used to it. But either way, kind of sucks. But what usually happens at these levels is people freak out, capitulate, then we move to the upside. So, what is happening here? Well, I think something fairly similar. Now, the market just had a bit of a flush out. If you look at Bitcoin, we dropped about 10% or so. So not enormous, but still a dip large enough to concern people if they're not very experienced in the space. The market has been absolutely crushing it over the past 2 months, and a bit of a correction was probably needed to ensure longevity in the cycle. So I'm going to flick back to the daily as it's a bit more obvious on the daily, but this level here we have flipped as support and resistance multiple times during Kaspa's life. You can see that as soon as we broke below it, we kind of had this level as resistance before breaking back above it. Then we had it as support, bouncing off it a couple of times. This has been a pretty key level throughout Kaspa's history. So that key level is around the 12.1. We've also got a pretty key level at 14.3. At 17.1 and this level at just under the 19 cents that we've been testing multiple times. If you just zoom out and you see Kaspa for what it's been doing, it's been ranging. So we've been ranging now for about 400 days on the dot. So ranging for quite a long period of time. Now, what happens after we range for a long period of time? Well, after we range for a long period of time, whenever we break out of that range, it causes an explosive move. So if you have a look at Bitcoin, so Bitcoin, we were ranging for quite a long period of time, not quite the same length, but as soon as we broke out of this range, explosive price growth to the upside. Now, if we have a look at Chainlink, we can see that 525-day period of consolidation. Now, this was an accumulation phase. After we break out of the accumulation phase, explosive price growth upwards. We had a smaller one back here, however, the market's more bullish. Consolidate, explosive price growth up. You can have a look at Miria. We're in this range from the 6th of June through to October. Now, after we broke out of this range, explosive move to the upside. The point I'm trying to get across is that the longer you are in an accumulation period in a range, chopping back and forwards, whenever you do break out of that range, the breakout is explosive. So Kaspa, yes, has not been performing amazingly over the past year. However, when we do break out of this range, which I'm very confident that we will, I'm expecting pretty explosive price action. Now, I'm also expecting market sentiment when this happens to be very similar that it has been every single time we've bounced off the lows. Market sentiment becomes very euphoric again. People start talking about Kaspa as being one of the safe havens. So yeah, not too worried about the current price action at all. I do actually think it's a great buying opportunity. Love seeing it bounce off the 12-cent level. Now that level was hit pretty perfectly. And what I'll be looking for is us to reclaim our next pretty key level here at around the 14.3 cents, retest it, move on up before we keep laddering up into all-time highs. Alrighty, as always, I'm quickly just going to have a look at Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, super important to look at as it really does show you what is going on with altcoin season. Now, as you can see, we have been in this channel for quite a long period of time. Now, we tested the upper ends of this range before finally breaking down. Everyone was screaming altcoin season, and funnily enough, the market has a way of knowing when everyone gets overly euphoric, and Bitcoin dominance decided to pop back up. What we do want to see for altcoin season is a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance. In our ideal world, Bitcoin dominance will take a very sharp dive south. And if we look at Bitcoin dominance on the monthly, we can see this is the pattern that usually happens. Now, if you're not familiar with Bitcoin dominance, I'll quickly chat about it, but I have covered it multiple times. In essence, it represents the strength of Bitcoin versus altcoins. So when Bitcoin dominance is going down, altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance is going up, Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. That is it at its simplest form. Bitcoin dominance dropping is what we want to see for altcoin season. So if you have a look at the chart, you can see these yellow vertical lines here, here, and here. These represent the Bitcoin halvings. Now, after the Bitcoin halvings, this is on the monthly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months after, sharp drop off in Bitcoin dominance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months after the halving, sharp drop off in Bitcoin dominance. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hopefully sharp drop off in Bitcoin dominance coming up, if not this month, over the next couple of months. Now, that would be keeping in line with the pattern that Bitcoin dominance has done previously. However, that is not guaranteed. But what we do want to see is a breakdown in Bitcoin dominance at some stage. So although we did think we'd broken down out of this range, we do want to see our candle close below it. Now, fortunately, we still have 12 and a half days for this to happen. Ideally close below this range. However, if we don't, that isn't the end of the world. But I am very confident, and I do have a lot of money riding on the fact that altcoin season is still coming up, and we're going to make some pretty parabolic gains. Kaspa is one of my biggest bets, and I do think these levels are great levels to accumulate. The closer you can get to 12 cents, the better. I'm happy with any level as long as we don't break below the 10-cent mark. Now, I wouldn't like to go below these lows here, but really, if we do start closing below the 10-cent mark, well, we might need to have a little bit more of a think about where we see Kaspa. I don't see this happening at all. This is still a pretty decent chart in a long accumulation phase that I think is going to flip a switch and go into explosive price growth in the near future. Alrighty, that is going to wrap it up for me today, legends. Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. If you're frustrated in Kaspa and how it's been doing, you are not alone. But if you want to talk to some other frustrated Kaspa holders who are still super bullish, then join me and all of the other great people in Discord in the description of the video. And as always, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you in the next one.